And US President Donald Trump has injected fresh uncertainty into global trade by threatening a 25% tariff on any country that continues doing business with Iran, a move that he says is effective immediately. Trump has framed the move as part of a renewed maximum pressure campaign against Tehran. The latest tariff threat casts a wider net. More than 140 countries trade with Iran. So it raises questions about whether indirect trade, intermediaries or specific sectors could also trigger penalties. For global markets, the uncertainty itself is destabilizing. Oil prices have already climbed on fears that tighter enforcement could disrupt Iranian exports. And for countries with even limited exposure to Iran, exporters are now reassessing risk, not because of confirmed policy, but because of Trump's unpredictability. At the center of this storm sits China, Iran's biggest trading partner, and a fragile US-China trade truce that was only stitched together 3 months ago. China is Iran's most critical economic lifeline. Now, Iranian exports to China were worth about $14 billion in 2024. In 2025, more than 80% of Iran's shipped oil flowed to China, largely via small independent refineries, which are operating under the radar of US sanctions. That oil is deeply discounted and vital for Chinese refineries operating on thin margins. Beijing has responded sharply, warning it will take all necessary measures, and Chinese officials are weighing a familiar dilemma: call Trump's bluff or brace for escalation. Now, there is history here. Trump has made similar threats before, only to retract when the economic or political costs mounted. But this time, analysts say that he may feel emboldened after cracking down on Venezuela. India, while far less exposed than China, is not immune to the shockwaves. New Delhi's trade with Iran stood at around $1.68 billion, a small fraction of India's overall commerce, prompting the government to reassure exporters that the broader impact would be limited. But on the ground, the pain is concentrated. India is Iran's largest rice supplier, accounting for nearly 2/3 of Iran's rice imports. While India can diversify markets, the disruption is immediate for rice, tea, fruits and pharmaceuticals. Beyond India and China, Trump's threat puts pressure on US allies like Japan, South Korea, Turkey and the UAE. Now, for global markets, the stakes are far wider this time. A fragile US-China truce, disputed trade for partners like India, volatile energy markets and higher costs at home.